what do trauma responses actually look like in everyday life? Welcome back to Empathic Sight. Today is our trauma series. I think we're on week 3. I don't know. Can't keep track. Anyways, so we're going to talk about how do trauma responses, fight, flight, freeze, fawn, actually show up in everyday life. Now, I know that we've given some examples, but I'd like to actually break it down a little bit more because sometimes we don't recognize something as a trauma response just because there's no crisis happening and we're not in any danger. So today I want to break that down for you, and we'll talk about what they do look like when they show up. So freeze can often look like avoiding answering an email or a text, even if it's important to you. So you're not able to actually do the task, and it's just a trauma response. It's not laziness. It's not that you don't care for that person or that you don't care about the situation. It's just a freeze response. Flight could look like staying busy, working harder, doing things that you think is important, but actually maybe you're avoiding a difficult conversation with someone. That's a form of flight. And that's completely natural. Even if the person that you are having a difficult conversation with is safe, it still can turn up as a flight response. So fight might show up as irritability or defensiveness or being on edge. So that could also be somebody compliments you and you still defend yourself. You still over-explain. Sometimes that could be a fight response. And then fawn is saying yes when you really mean no, or prioritizing somebody else's needs over your own. So being the people pleaser, being the one that you will always say yes to a task. Sometimes that's a fawn response. So this doesn't mean, none of these mean that you are lazy, that you're a pushover, that you are broken, or anything like that. It simply means that your nervous system has learned to prioritize safety over your own needs or your ease. Oftentimes these responses, they actually show up in everyday experiences, even when they're safe. Actually, more often when they're safe. So work, relationships, friendships, everyday responsibilities, these all can bring up trauma responses. This is all because your brain is not actually responding or reacting to what's happening right now in the moment. Your brain is responding to what is learned, has been familiar from the past. So there could have been one small experience and your brain is going, okay, next time somebody compliments you, you have to tell them how you got there because they might not be genuine. That's just an example. But these things do happen. And so our brains actually learn these responses based on what has happened in the past, not what's happening right now. So if you're ever wondering why things seem disproportionately hard, or you feel like, man, I really overreacted to that. It's not you failing. It's not you being overdramatic. It's not you being broken. It's actually your nervous system still trying to protect you. So being aware of this, being aware of your trauma responses and your nervous system protecting you, your nervous system leaving its comfort zone, which is our window of tolerance. I'll see you on Thursday for that. It's all part of being aware of what's going on. Sorry, I lost track of thought. It's, being aware of what's going on does not actually automatically change things. It doesn't mean, okay, I know what's going on, so I'm better. No. These things don't change overnight, but becoming aware of what's going on can actually help to learn that this is not you. This is not something you chose. This is not your fault. This is simply your nervous system. So we can take the onus off of ourselves for a little while and be like, it's not my fault that I reacted that way. That's my nervous system. Okay, I'm aware of that for now, because that's where healing begins. So I'm really curious to hear what you have noticed in your life that maybe feels like it could be a possible trauma response. Please leave a comment down below, and remember to ask any questions you like. I'm loving this series. So, yeah, I'm really curious to see what you guys would like to know about. Anyways, please remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. And as always, thanks for watching.